Yep, we are. All right. So if you're seeing us for the first time, that's because you weren't on our website. Shame for you. That's terrible. Just missed a great SmackDown. If you are seeing us because you've been with us for 2 hours, well, this looks pretty fucking stupid, and fuck you. Okay, you're gonna have to deal with it. Okay. So we just watched SmackDown. We've got to go through Raw. Normally we do this backwards or the other way around, but that's how life is today. Um, let me get my notes up. Andy, did you end up seeing this Raw?
So what?
Did you end up seeing this Raw a couple days ago?
I saw some of the highlights, but I didn't see Raw.
Oh, and there was a fucking Survivor Series thing. So okay, Survivor Series. We were all here for Survivor Series, right?
I was, yeah.
You were. Were you, Andy?
Nope.
Okay.
I was at work and my phone was off.
All right. Well, Team Rhea defeated Team Liv. Shinsuke, obviously, is the new U.S. champion. Braun Breaker defeated Sheamus and Kaiser for the IC title. Gunther defeated Damian Priest for the World Championship with the help of Finn. And OG Bloodline beat the Bootleg Bloodline. So those are your Survivor Series. There's also a couple things to note. Jimmy Uso broke his toe at Survivor Series, and Bronson Reed broke his ankle at Survivor Series. That fucking cage at Survivor Series was not good for jumping off of. Okay, this one. There was an opening with CM Punk. CM Punk is back and fresh out of War Games. He is feeling pretty good. He's also seems to have the new mission statement, which is to get back on track to get WrestleMania. He even points to a fucking sign that isn't there, so I think he might still be suffering from CTE. Just saying. He wants Cody Rhodes, and now that he has handled his personal issues with Drew and his personal favor to Paul Heyman, he can set his eyes on the prize. Well, maybe not yet. Seth Rollins comes out to remind Punk that Seth still fucking hates him. Should have knocked his ass out when he passed him on the ramp last month, but oh well. After seeing Punk fight alongside the Bloodline, Seth is out here looking for a fight himself. One that CM Punk doesn't really want to have. Doesn't seem to matter because while Seth takes off his jacket, he tells CM Punk there's nothing left in between them except hatred. And he feels tonight is the night he's going to kill CM Punk. Punk tells Seth for all the time that he spends thinking about Punk, Punk doesn't think about him at all. He has no time for Seth. Seth has nothing Punk wants. Just fuck off already. Got bigger fish to fry. Seth and Punk come to blows, but are quickly separated by Sami Zayn and Jey Uso, who ran from the back to prevent this. It takes some time and more staff, but they are separated, and Jey and CM Punk head up the ramp while Seth takes shots at both of them through microphone. Sami interrupts Seth's tirade to tell him to leave Jey out of his insults. Seth berates Sami instead, ending it off with letting Sami know that he stabbed Seth in the back by teaming up with CM Punk. Sami reminds Seth that the only reason that was the case was because Seth turned them down twice. When Seth says the decision to turn him down was based off the fact he didn't want a monster like Roman to come back into power, Sami reminds Seth that he's the one that created that monster. Seth reminds Sami that he took a chair to Roman's back, so he's in no place to criticize either. It was the correct decision, both times. Sami says the Seth's stubbornness is the issue, but Seth believes that the issue in reality is Sami's naivety. No one has changed. Not Seth, not Punk, not the Bloodline. Sami says Seth needs to blow off some steam, so this ends up becoming a planned match for tonight. Sami versus Seth Rollins. That was actually a pretty cool program. I just don't like. I feel like that shit's forced. I feel like we're rushing into Netflix and we're trying to build a narrative real quick that's nice and interesting for narrative or for Netflix, but it just feels slightly rushed. This little situation that's developing. Something that's not rushed, and we're seeing it come. There's a back area with Judgment Day. Finn's in the middle of the conversation of screwing Damien over, and Liv asks why he interfered in the match when he said he wouldn't. Finn says he had to because Dom didn't handle Damien like he was supposed to. Finn decided to take matters into his own hands. Because of this decision, he's still a tag team champion. Damien's not a champion, and he's got his arm in a sling instead. Hell, maybe if Liv listened to Finn, she wouldn't have lost War Games. Liv says, focus is going to be on Damage Control, but she does hope that Finn knows what she's doing, or what he's doing. Finn says he definitely knows what he's doing, and as everybody listens to Finn, the Judgment Day win. Finn takes his leave, and Liv takes Dom and Raquel off to go have a talk before heading to their next match. Finn's fucked. It's over.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That match actually came pretty quickly. It was Damage Control versus Liv and Raquel. This is a pretty clean match. The girls go at it for a good 10 minutes. It's really funny watching Raquel get kicked down by midgets. But as Io and Liv brawl outside the ring and the match is finished, Kairi Sane is left in the ring to be powerbombed into oblivion and stacked up by Raquel for a pinfall. After the match, the Judgment Day girls beat on Damage Control some more before Rhea Ripley comes out to save them, beating the entire fuck out of both the Judgment Day girls until Raquel throws Rhea face first into the announcer's table, and staff separates Rhea before she can retaliate. So we're selling the eye thing. Back area with Gunther being interviewed by Jackie. Finn interrupts before Gunther is even asked a question. Finn thinks Gunther owes him a title shot after saving Gunther's ass twice. Gunther never fucking asked for Finn's help, and in fact, he thinks Dom, who has most recently beaten Damian Priest, deserves a title shot instead. Gunther leaves to go find Adam Pearce and see that match being made, and Finn is pissed. After that, we get a match with Dakota Kai versus Shayna Baszler and Katana Chance. This is for the Women's Intercontinental Title Tournament. A lot of this match happens in the commercial split screen. When you're done having your ADD tested by Verizon Wireless, Dakota Kai is firmly planting her foot inside Shayna's ass, also on the back of her neck. Katana Chance tries to remain relevant in the match with some cool moves off the turnbuckle, but ultimately this is a Shayna versus Dakota match. The match turns into a reversal match while Shayna tries to cinch in a chokehold on Dakota and put her away for good. However, Katana hits a 450 splash on Shayna after Dakota flips through a chokehold Shayna finally has her in. With Shayna out of the picture, Dakota puts away Katana Chance for a pinfall. Oh, man. Okay. It does me no great pleasure to tell you that the next segment is the New Day 10-year anniversary.
Oh man, I saw that. Oh my god.
All right. I just want to say off rip Triple H, you are a beautiful motherfucker, bro. This was a W. Holy shit, what a segment. Anyway, okay. This is a long one. With the entranceway and ring adorned in New Day memorabilia, balloons, bootios, various pictures of the trio at different moments in time, it really feels like a warm appreciation of a decade-old tag team we have come to love. Adam Pearce introduces New Day to the ring. Xavier Woods and Kofi, looking their best, head out to the ring. Pearce leaves after sparking a New Day Rocks chant. And Xavier Woods grabs the mic and begins with the quintessential "It's your boys, the New Day" opening line. The New Day gives the fans love and reminisce about their accomplishments, but you can tell their mood isn't exactly upbeat. They have come out to tell you that it ain't your fault. It's none of our fault. But when it comes to the New Day going forward, well, we're going to have to wait for that because Big E's here. Hey, Big E! Now it's a reunion. Big E is here to save the New Day. He just cannot stand to see them fighting, and he can't stand to see the tag team that they built together go to shit. The things Woods and Kofi have said to each other have hurt Big E very deeply. 10 years ago, all they had was each other. Big E shares the heartfelt moments of their past. He says that what they've built means something to a lot of people. He's come to save it. He doesn't want to see it die. So until he can be cleared to perform, he will be around to remind Woods and Kofi who they are as their new manager. Hell yeah. That's great. Awesome. Monkey's right. Fuck yeah. Big E's coming back to save the New Day and be a manager. This is great. Awesome. Woods meets this enthusiastic announcement with a simple question. Now he wants to come back when there's nothing left for them to jump off of the cliff? After all the fighting and the hardships, now Big E wants to come back? E, you left us. Big E tries to explain that he broke his fucking neck, but Kofi cuts him off and repeats what Woods just told him. Yeah, he broke his neck, but so what? Stone Cold broke his neck, and he came back. Shawn Michaels broke his neck, and he came back. Kurt Angle broke his freaking neck,
and he
came back.
Edge broke his neck, and he came back.
You could have also said Daniel Bryan.
And they didn't even have anybody waiting for them. E had Woods and Kofi waiting on him. Kofi
they left the light on. They left the light on for him.
Kofi and Woods waited and didn't evolve to their detriment for E. Big E didn't even have a fucking surgery on his neck. You mean to tell us he couldn't be back if he wanted to? Big E tries to explain he's been to doctors, he's gotten x-rays, scans, but Woods has heard all of this shit before. See, Woods tore his Achilles off the bone and actually had surgery. He was back in 9 months for Big E. Nah, if he truly cared, he would have been back a long time ago. But he chose his new life, his new girlfriend, and his new desk job over the New Day. Big E is a burden now. He is never even coming back to wrestling anyway. Big E chose himself over the Brotherhood so Big E can get the hell back to his desk where he belongs, and they'll call him if they need him. After hearing all this, Big E refuses to leave and tries to hug them, but Kofi extends his arm, and they look away from Big E. Big E leaves the ring. Kofi and Woods tell each other it's only them now, so the New Day is still together, and I guess Big E did save them. But this isn't how I thought it would look.
But he gave them a common enemy.
Honestly,
he did not expect it to be himself.
Honestly, I didn't.
I just love it. What? Like such an evil heel is like fucking. You broke your fucking neck, but so what? Like, fuck you.
This was a true heel turn because when Xavier was turning himself. Didn't seem very believable. It felt too awkward. This felt a lot more real, bro.
When they both were like,
bitch.
They both were like, you left us.
Like,
and he's like looking at him like he was selling the G's, looking at him like he was like, I broke my neck.
I feel like Big E had a very human reaction. I broke my fucking neck.
It was like a legit reaction. That he sold it so well. He was like,
"What are you kidding?"
He was like looking back and forth, like, "I broke my neck. What are you talking about?" And then they hit him with the "so what?" He looked on his disbelief.
Well, I was right. I did say Big E was going to come back and save the New Day. So.
Yeah, so you're still like half right. We'll give you partial credit.
I didn't think it was going to be at the expense of Big E, but all right. But I'm excited to see what this New Day looks like. This New Day looks evil as shit. Speaking,
listen, this is their chance. All right, they can turn it all around and become the new nation of domination.
Yes.
All right, they tired of being the cool guys, the happy guys, the hip guys. You know what I'm saying? They go
They're
ahead.
tired of being
They go
the token
recruit.
black guys.
You know what I'm saying? Recruit like the Street Profits. You know what I'm saying? Now you got a whole ass stable that you can fight the new bloodline automatically. Boom. You have a whole stable that can fight fucking Judgment Day. You have a whole stable that can fight Final Testament.
This is like the nation of player Haitian.
I mean, they can probably even pull like Apollo Crews or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Make it a 5-man team.
Apollo in that would be super believable too, because you can flip him so easily.
Yeah.
You just fired his fucking. You took Baron Corbin away from him. You cunt fucks.
You know, like all these black people are mad. And especially, and I'm sorry to bring politics into it, during this era of politics, this would be perfect to draw nuclear amounts of heat.
Where's that guy? Where's that guy that got fired because WWE was like super racist about his logo?
Oh my god, I remember what you're talking about.
Isn't it like Titus O'Neil or some shit like that?
Or some shit like that.
Oh shit!
They made
Titus
his logo.
O'Neil should be their manager. As long as he doesn't say the shit that got his old manager fired, all right? I ain't gonna lie, I remember when he said that shit, I was just like, did you really just say that on TV, bro? Like, holy shit. Like,
you can't say that on TV.
I remember that shit was a meme for a while, dude. Like anytime somebody was like, I remember like seeing like the Patriots winning games, like, yo, Tom Brady's just like Kobe Bryant in a bedroom with an underage girl, unstoppable. Like, the fuck, the fuck.
Anyway, so speaking of evil and craziness and hatred, Karrion Kross has a video out. Bo Dallas has Karrion's attention now. And after sending that freak Nikki Cross to attack Scarlett, shit just got real. Bo used Scarlett to get Karrion, and congrats. It worked. But remember, Bo started this fire, and now Karrion is going to make sure he fucking burns in it. This is what I have been waiting for. Oh my fucking God, I cannot tell you how fucking excited I am for Final Testament versus the Wyatts. This is going to be the war that I wanted. I don't give a fuck about the Bloodline War anymore. I need to see this. I need to see Karrion Kross and Bo Dallas going fucking at it on some mind game fuckery, dude. Perfect pairing. And I hope they take their good, sweet, long fucking time with this. Because Karrion and Bo, oh man, those two are gonna do so well together. Damn, that's right. We had a Dom Mysterio versus Gunther match.
I'm not gonna wait. You said broke his foot.
Who?
Which one was you said broke his foot?
Bronson Reed and Jimmy Uso. But yeah, there's
man. I'm actually watching. I've actually been watching Survivor Series this entire time.
Yeah, bro. They broke they broke their lips on the jumps.
Yeah, I see that.
They broke.
I just watched him put Jacob Patu through that table.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry for that. I gotta get my trusty glassware here. Anyway, so there was a match between Dom Mysterio and Gunther. It was a match. I'm not going to waste anyone's time here and trying to tell you that this was a good match, even though it kind of was. But ain't no way Dom was beating Gunther. So stack up, powerbomb, and pin. Let's keep this shit fucking moving. It's after the match that's really the interesting shit here. Finn Balor picks his spot and beats the entire shit out of Gunther in front of Dom, giving him 2 coup de grace, one right to the ribs. And then he tells Dom, hey, that's how it's fucking done, kid. And he leaves the ring. Dom's like, what the fuck? After that, we get a back area of Pete Dunne. Fuck Pete Dunne. His interview gets interrupted by a problem backstage. Jey Uso has been attacked. CM Punk is nowhere to be found. We don't know what the fuck just happened here. After that, we get the match between Pete Dunne versus R-Truth. Nobody knows. Well, R-Truth doesn't know anyway who the fuck he's wrestling. Is it Pete? Is it Butch? Whatever. Pete beats the entire fuck out of R-Truth for a straight 8 minutes. While this is going on, Joe and Wade talk about the Pete Dunne's issue with his name. When he hears Joe say Butch, Pete becomes distracted into arguing with Joe about that. And this allows R-Truth to roll him up for a pinfall. After that, we get a back area promo with Braun. It's interrupted by Kaiser. Kaiser lets Braun know that now that the Celtic Warrior is dead, it's time to take the championship that Braun has. Braun tells this dumb Nazi that he's going to talk to Adam about it and break the whole fuck out of Kaiser. He also tells Kaiser that he should probably get the fuck out of Gunther's shadow because Gunther's stock is plummeting. I like how Gunther just keeps taking strays. Then we get this is the second best part of the night. Honestly, I like the New Day breakup the best. I think that was the best part of the night. But we get the main event versus Seth Rollins and Sami Zayn. Before the match, Sami interrogates Adam about who attacked Jay, but gets no answers. And Finn grills Adam about a match with Gunther and actually does get his match at Saturday Night Main Event. We're going to get Gunther and Finn Balor. Seth and Sami go into a huge war that lasts a good 15 minutes. Fun as hell match, lots of hard hits, but the end is the best part. Sami goes into the match thinking it was Seth who attacked Jay, so when finally Sami has Seth down on his ass, Sami goes for a chair and interrogates Seth further about the attack mid-match. Seth pleads with Sami and tells him he was not the one, he would never. And after thinking about it, Sami drops the chair outside the ring, but is rolled up by Seth Rollins for a cheap win. Seth continues to tell Sami after the match he wasn't the one to attack Jay and that Sami needs to start using his head. He then leaves the ring. Sami, when he turns his back around, is claymored by someone in a hoodie. That someone is Drew McIntyre, so he's back. Yay! That's how Raw ended, but so Drew McIntyre is back, clearly pissed off that fucking CM Punk helped the Bloodline, so now Drew McIntyre has problems with the Bloodline? Question mark? What?
Anything CM Punk loves, Drew McIntyre hates. It's as simple as that. The friend of your enemy is also your enemy.
So I'm guessing CM Punk or Drew McIntyre just doesn't like chocolate donuts either.
Yeah, probably not. He's like, fuck you, CM Punk. I like powdered and glazed.
I like
with the sprinkles.
You gotta respect the kind of player-hation it takes for Drew McIntyre to come out and be like, you know what? Fuck the Bloodline. I know I am probably going to be Superman punched into oblivion for this, but fuck them. And to Claymore Sami Zayn first. Ooh. So there was this pattern I wanted to talk to you all about. I saw this interesting ass picture. We're gonna actually leave on this note, but I wanted to talk about it before we ended our review night. And it was, I'll bring it up here if I can. Yep, it was this. It's gonna upload now. The Karrion Kross effect. So I can't believe that I hadn't picked it up. I can't believe that it didn't dawn on me. But this is an actual connecting thing. Everybody that has become an asshole had a recent right before they started becoming an asshole, had a recent match or run-in Karrion Kross. So Karrion Kross is actually the heel maker.
He's just spreading that negative information and shit.
He's the biggest asshole of them all.
You know what I'm saying? He's literally like, I don't know if you play Mega Man X. He's literally Sigma.
Yep.
Being going heel is going Maverick. So he's the Maverick virus.
Yep, he's that little infection, dude. Which that's again going back to that whole Wyatt thing. Very sick. Very sick, dude. We're about to see like two different kinds of dark forces colliding. Shinsuke revamp.
Yeah, but you know who will never fall for that? Cody Rhodes. Yeah.
Nah, Cody Rhodes won't.
He's a golden boy, baby. He'll say
American. I wonder when we're going to see Cody finally take it. I think it's going to take another couple years. I think we need to see a Homelander turn first. That's what will make Cody flip. But the Kevin Owens match should be fun. Because that's Kevin Owens is doing way better this time around to make the feud believable. The first time these two got into it, it didn't feel all that.
So right now, what is Cody Rhodes?
He's a politician. He's the baby kisser.
So he's a babyface right now?
Yeah. He's the babyface.
He's not. He's not a. Yeah, he's like the poster child babyface.
You know.
But I'm telling you, all good things come to an end, and that shit will too. He's gonna have a Homelander run, bro. He's gonna turn into a corrupt politician, a corrupt superhero politician. I see that in him. Undertaker said it best on his podcast. I see evil in that character.
What's that one quote in that Batman movie, Dark Knight?
You're going to see that heel turn.
It's either
after he loses the belt.
You die a hero,
or you
live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
He will not heel turn while he still has that belt, bro.
I honestly think he will. Okay, Roman had one firmly within the belt. And Stone Cold Steve Austin had a really famous one with that belt. The Vince McMahon.
Let's keep it a buck. All right. When he joined in cahoots with Vince McMahon, that means there was a clear external catalyst when it comes to that. He was enticed. He said, fuck it, let's do it. All right. All right.
Rock had a face turn where he went from heel to face with the belt.
No, but what I think is Cody is going to get like screwed over by Kevin Owens. And Kevin's gonna do something fucked up, and he's gonna take that belt from Cody, and that's when we're gonna see evil Cody Rhodes come.
Well, I feel like there was some.
You're gonna come out and hair's gonna be black.
I feel like some of tonight, I don't know, some kind of like foreshadowing, if you will. He's going into the match. They're gonna say his fucking ankle's fucked up. So he has a disadvantage already.
I think The Rock is the one that'll make him flip. I think The Rock is the one that makes Cody flip. I think The Rock is the one that will beat Cody that badly to make him flip. And then Roman will be the one that he flips on.
So he hasn't had a heel run at all.
Cody hasn't had Cody's had a heel run before in the WWE, but it was in his dashing Cody Rhodes phase, like when he was basically a mid-Carter irrelevant motherfucker. But now, this presentation of Cody Rhodes, no. And if and when that heel turn comes, it'll be because The Rock forced it, and Roman Reigns will be the one to experience Homelander first. and then Roman Reigns will have to defeat Homelander to get his belt back, and it'll be the. Honestly, this is gracious, and I'm sure in time this will evolve and revolve and. But I'm very sure at the end of the road, the North Star of Triple H is to flip Cody and Roman fully and give Roman his title back
As a babyface.
as a face.
That's wild. That would be wild.
That'd be fucking wild.
Because if you notice now, he's building Roman into the face. Now,
Sort of, yes. You're right.
Roman now has to sit here and face all of the people he was a cunt to. He's got to atone for all of his sins. He's got to
like he's
with
Other
back
than
and
long
kind
road.
of noticing, himself,
I'm telling
and
you,
being more appreciative. I don't know. I get that feeling from what I've seen, even all over like these promos and trying to catch up, and I've watched other things. I see what you're talking about completely, 100%.
It's a softening of Roman Reigns, and once that's the softening of his heart that's when he becomes truly face, and then he will be able to point out the Homelander, and The Rock is probably going to beat Cody so badly when he comes back that he'll force the Homelander switch, because Cody's going to have to be vicious when it comes to The Rock.
Yeah, but when is that going to happen?
I think The Rock.
Word on the street is there are no plans to have The Rock at WrestleMania this year.
Well, if that's the case, then
Is he just like on a constant
really
contract
feeling
with
good
them,
for
or like
Brendan.
what? How does that work?
So here's the thing.
I
WWE
just don't
has
understand.
WWE has already teased through the media that there's going to be a big return coming. Right? We already know about John Cena. Like already.
Well, he's retiring.
The
Isn't
big
he?
return, yeah. The big return coming would have, in my opinion, would have had to have been either The Rock or Brock Lesnar, who just recently got added back to the roster. And if The Rock is telling people he has no
So
back for this WrestleMania, we might hear that sound.
So I have a question though. That was kind of like when I didn't watch any wrestling. So I don't know about Brock Lesnar era, but he was that big
Brock Lesnar,
in the WWE. He was that big.
Yeah.
He was that big.
yeah, he was a killer. He was a legend killer. He was the big guy killer. Brock Lesnar comes in and fucks you up in 6 seconds and leaves with your belt. Ask Kofi Kingston about it.
And like, what is the? I've only seen a couple of videos, but why was Paul Heyman on his side at one point, and also on Roman Reigns? I don't understand that.
He took turns, bro.
He took turns. Okay, that's the way.
It's just that one of your main guys is out.
He said, "I'm gonna choose the best. I'm gonna choose the guy. The guy who's got the best."
In that
fucking shot."
situation, it was the double cross. It was the Paul Heyman double cross where he fucked
Okay,
over
so it was
Roman
played. It
Reigns.
was a played. Like, okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna double cross.
it was a Paul Heyman double cross. He fucked over Roman Reigns to get Brock's trust to fuck Brock over in the big WrestleMania that year.
So it was like a double cross. It's like, I'm gonna double cross you now,
It's because
so we can double cross him later.
It's because Paul Heyman, when Brock Lesnar came in, he came in with with Paul Heyman. So Paul Heyman was his advocate, and then for a time, Brock Lesnar left the company to be a UFC fighter. This was when the Shield and Roman Reigns was around.
I know about him being a UFC fighter, 100%.
So Paul Heyman ended up when Seth Rollins took the chair to Roman.
So wait,
Reigns,
Brock Lesnar was in WWE first?
Yeah.
And then he went to fight UFC?
Yeah. Brock Lesnar had a run in WWE. He had a bunch of belts. Then he left for a while. Like he was a killer. He was like a Goldberg type. And then he left for UFC, won some belts there, and then came back.
Yeah, I thought it was like he started UFC, went to wrestling, so that's good to know.
But
Then
when he came
that's
back,
why I wasn't knowing that he was such a big name. So that makes
In the
sense why he
period-
would be a big name.
in the period that he was fighting in the UFC, Tribal Chief Roman Reigns had just begun, and Paul Heyman ended up becoming
So
advocate.
another thing is like, so just one day his character just fucking. Well, obviously I know about the group and Seth like fucking breaking his back with a chair, and then breaking up. But like what? Then just the next day he shows up without contacts and he's got a different persona.
Oh my God! How did the Tribal Chief Roman?
Like how did they develop that or roll into that?
I forget.
Out of everything I've seen, I don't see that. That's the one thing I don't see. I see what he was before, the blue eyes, the contacts.
I forget.
Yeah, because remember, first he had his belt, then he had to step off because of leukemia, and then he came back.
Yeah, he just came back with that gimmick.
He just came back because he was in remission.
Yeah.
Oh, so he stepped away with leukemia and then he came back and he had that.
Like he had that was a real life thing. That was like a real life emergency that happened to him.
But it's like a perfect. It was
the
like
leukemia
the perfect opportunity.
The chair shot, right? That was like well after the chair shot, right?
Well after the chair shot.
But it was before the switch, before the
it was before.
Because remember when he came back, he was like, "Hey, I was the champ. I never lost the belt. I had to give up the belt." So that's when he went on his run to go get the belt back. Then once he got the belt back, that's when he started running with the others, and that's how the bloodline first came together.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because before the Tribal Chief, I'm wrong about this. Before the Tribal Chief, there was the dog in the yard run.
Yep, which he got from beating
the
Undertaker.
Roman Reigns that beat Undertaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a moment when he comes back from leukemia, he doesn't immediately go into the Tribal Chief thing.
But he has no contacts?
He basically he's a lone wolf fucking people up, and he has two major wars with Undertaker where he like is the second person that beats his streak in the WrestleMania, and he has a war with the guy who does beat his streak, Brock Lesnar. Like he has two big huge wars, and then he gets Paul Heyman fucking Lesnar over.
Yep.
And that transition that happens, the Paul Heyman fucking Lesnar over, I think fucking I want to say 2 weeks later, he pairs up with the Usos, and they form this. They didn't even name it at first. They form this trio. The Usos are the tag champions. He's the Universal Champion. They start fucking up their divisions together, and then Paul Heyman calls them the Island of Relevancy, and they have this like Tribal Chief thing and this whole lay thing. And
so Paul Heyman developed him. So Paul Heyman
Paul Heyman develops all of this because Roman wasn't a good talker. That was his biggest weakness his whole career until Paul Heyman.
Well, yeah, the videos I've seen of like
Roman.
Like I said, I didn't watch wrestling in that period of time, so I have to go back and just see.
Lesnar was a shit mic guy either.
He was I seen commercials and stuff. The guy Roman was very awkward in my view.
But
he needed a persona like the one.
The whole tribal thing and the combat and like the whole thing of that really develops. I want to say in the COVID era with Jey Uso, because they have all this success and they're beating all these things, and then Jey Uso starts trying to push. Like he doesn't like being this number 2 anymore. This is some bullshit. And him and fucking Roman go at it. And there's this big tribal combat thing that happens. It's that year's WrestleMania. He's in Hell in the Cell with fucking Roman Reigns. It's an I Quit match. Fucking Jey Uso and him.
I'll be right back.
Well, I've seen that actually. I've seen the highlights, and then his brother comes in and gets in himself in a fucking hold, and then Jay has to say, "I quit."
Jay has to, yeah. Loved that. Loved that. A lot of people were at this point sick of Roman Reigns, and I was too.
That's like super heel, like super heel.
Holy shit! That match was like, fuck! I've got a brother too. Like, and it was the little brother. Yeah, that was a good storyline. That was one of Vince McMahon's last real good storylines.
That's a storyline that you made up when you were wrestling with your brother, after fucking watching Friday Night SmackDown.
But then after that, they get it gets into like these like Roman Reigns has a lot of stale periods. Like Roman Reigns and Lesnar was beat over our heads for so many years. And then there was a thing with Goldberg for a little while that didn't last. And then he would just run through all the fucking mid-carders. Like nothing was believable. The last real believable one before the Cody Rhodes thing was the Jey Uso fight, because that was looking like fucking Jey Uso was gonna win it. But then the Cody Rhodes thing happened, and then we had to sit there and finish the fucking story.
Where did Cody Rhodes come from is another thing. Where did he come from? Because Cody Rhodes let me give you a timetable though of when I stopped watching.
You probably stopped watching around when I stopped watching.
Dave Bautista was still fucking like Batista bombing. Like I'm telling you, like
yeah, he was a rookie. He was still a rookie.
The Undertaker was in his prime.
I left shortly after the Hardy Boys disintegrated.
That too, I remember the Hardy Boys.
Because I loved the Hardy Boys too much, and
my dad got me into wrestling because he loved it. He had a bunch of Dusty Rhodes videos, there was this one I remember watching like 5 fucking times because he loved the guy so much. He actually wrestled, and my dad, when he lived down here, he was involved in a local wrestling group, and he would referee and also do some wrestling himself. Like he's that into it. He was just obsessed with it. So I know who Dusty Rhodes is. I just don't remember ever seeing
my wrestling knowledge from, I want to say 1992 to 2009 is fucking perfect because I was very obsessed. And then like right after that fucking second draft that breaks up the Hardy Boys, I don't think it lasted too much longer.
I would say it's about the same.
Like
2009.
The evolution was just starting and shit. And then I just stopped watching. Mm-hmm. But I'm good with wrestling lore, so I still know what happened in that time period. And then I just got back into it in 2016 or 17, I believe, when the Hardy Boys came back. When the Hardy Boys came back, I came back too.
I came back like right before that because I actually threw a WrestleMania party that year. So I had a house full of hooligans mind you, everyone's saying checking the dirt sheets, and everyone's like, yo, there's pictures coming out that the Hardy Boys showed up at somebody's tailgate party at WrestleMania. And everyone's like, oh shit. That'd be dope if they were actually like at WrestleMania. And he goes, well, they ain't contract, so I don't think it's gonna happen. And then that out of nowhere, when they had the ladder match and shit, and you hear that, like, oh my god, marking the fuck out.
So I knew I had pre-advance warning that the Hardy Boys might show up, and I was like, oh, I'm definitely watching. and I'm glad I did. But it was
Also,
like,
I think that's the year Naomi first got her first championship title.
it was the happiest and saddest WrestleMania. I was like, it was like being a little kid again for real, because I was like marking the fuck out. And I remember Q was fucking commenting on my stats like, "Monkey, shut the fuck up already." But the Hardys coming out, happiest I was. But that's also the WrestleMania where Taker had his streak broken. So I was like
Nope.
I was happy and I was
No.
sad. Or no, that's not the WrestleMania his streak was broken. That was the WrestleMania Roman beat him.
Yeah.
And I was like, and he put his boots in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
After that, and we were watching the retirement of Taker, and I was like, no! I was like ugly crying, and then they ruined it. By bringing him back. Greatest send off ever.
What, like several times too?
Greatest
We're
send
retired
off
like 3
ever.
times, bro.
Greatest
That's what I don't
send-off
understand.
ever. Fucking ruined it by bringing him back.
They just
like,
fucking drag these fuckers out like until they're fucking 80 and just say fucking fuck it. Like, how many years ago did I see Ric Flair in a fucking promotion for fucking WWE?
Ric Flair is the worst, most egregious fucking one of them all. Because his send off, there was nothing more beautiful than Ric Flair's retirement.
Come on, everybody knows the Nature Boy. Come on now.
The
Hell
Shawn
yeah.
Michaels, I'm sorry, I love you, sweet chin music to end Ric Flair's run in WWE was the most beautiful send off for a wrestler I had ever seen. And that fuck went and had 5 more retirement
Never
matches.
seen with you.
Every
Did you?
single promotion, bro.
That's funny. That's funny. I remember somebody went and they took that clip and they put it into My Heart Will Go On from Celine Dion.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You see him, I'm sorry, I love you. And then he kicks him. You're here. There's nothing to fear. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
That one was beautiful. The fucking Shawn Michaels losing to Taker. That one was fucking really good too. The Taker fucking Roman Reigns retiring Taker. That one was great. There are so many ruined retirements that should have just stayed fucking retired, bro. Like, I feel like that's so important. Like,
well, think about it. WrestleMania 28. That's supposed to be the end of an era match. Like,
right? The end of your career, I feel like, is just as important as the entire career. This is the last thing you leave to people. Ric Flair's actual last match is some fucking weird looking match in TNA with Jeff fucking Jarrett.
No. Did he have
Tell me he had another one.
No, he had one with AAA with Andrade as his tag team partner.
Oh fuck me, no! I didn't know about the Andrade one. No,
I know his
Andrade?
shit was fucking dragged out. I know that.
Andrade, that's fucking insane. Fuck Ric Flair for this. He should be arrested and tried for ruining his retirement.
Motherfucker had a long. That motherfucker had a long. Look it up, y'all.
As soon as you said the cops of Ric Flair, they're just gonna get starstruck. They're like, "Oh shit, it's Ric Flair." He's gonna be like, "Woo!" He's gonna be
woo! Yeah.
Right?
They go drop on the terms immediately. No, but
you're not
gonna arrest a lot of bars these days.
That's fucking wild. But I want to look it up and see, out of all the careers, what is the longest somebody has drawn their career out for WWE? Ric Flair's got to be up there. It's got to be up there, bro.
Hulk Hogan.
He had a long Hulk Hogan too.
Hulk Hogan's up there. Ric Flair's up there. Undertaker is
dude. I remember Rowdy
Roddy
Roddy
Piper.
It's hard to say fast.
Say it 5 times fast.
Nah, I can definitely not. I couldn't even say it once.
I'm glad Kane stayed retired.
What was his retirement match?
Isn't he a fucking governor now?
I don't remember.
I think he's the mayor of a city.
Doesn't stop the motherfucker from fucking killing me in this goddamn game. They would need to bring him back in the game if he's a mayor. Why he sign up for that shit? And they put him in like fucking so many matches in this fucking game.
Nah, man, he gonna come back for a retirement match. Watch.
Fucking yeah, why? They teasing
Just
that nigga.
imagine somebody's gonna be talking shit, and then Undertaker gonna come out, and Undertaker is gonna be like, "No worries, I won't be the one that'll put you away, but he will." Then
Kane's too busy running a
and
fucking.
he's gonna come out masking everything. All right, that's my fantasy booking right there.
Kane's not the one that needs to come back for fucking a last run. Honestly, Batista.
I was gonna say, how did he get sent off?
He done. He been said he done.
I know
he's making that Hollywood money now. He don't give a fuck.
But
he's smart with his money.
I would love to have seen Batista get his fair shake for once. You know, that would have been cool. Bring back fucking Santino Marella, huh? There's a guy.
Did he get like fucked up?
I don't remember what happened with him.
In fact, you know what? Let me ask Google.
I don't remember what happened to Santino. I think actually Santino Marella is still wrestling in another promotion.
There was some dude. He might have been Spanish, and he had like brown, blondish afro.
Nope, neck injury. Retired in 2014. Returned in 2017.
Neck injury seems to be a common fucking injury in the industry.
He's also the official ambassador of Judo Canada.
Oh, fuck is that?
We're gonna be breaking people's necks in that sport. God damn, bro.
Oh
and
my
like
God,
actual broken necks too, right?
You know
like,
what would be you speaking of broken necks, you know what would be an awesome heel promo? So you talk about all these people. Oh, this guy came back. Yeah, don't you ever think about those who didn't come back? Santino Marella didn't come back.
He should have turned around. He should have turned around and fucking started naming them. Oh no.
Darren Drozdov didn't come back. Bruh, I've been like, Tell what it is, E. Tell what it is.
Tell him, E.
If you want to be back, I'm back. And you two are the first on my shit list. You know
if he would have said,
I honestly
I'm back, and then fucking laid them out, I would have fucking lost it. I would have lost it.
There's been a bunch of like people that have speculated that this means Big E's coming back. I don't think so. I actually took very much the opposite. I think this was the confirmation that Big E's
does he have an actual neck injury?
He does. So
I mean,
God,
who be a common
who was it? Was it Baron Corbin that did it? Who dropped E on his head?
No, that was D'Lo Brown.
No, Big E.
No, it was some NXT guy.
I think he was on the Raw. I think it was
he either just came up from NXT. He wasn't a big name dude.
Ridge Holland.
Yeah, who the fuck is Ridge Holland?
I couldn't tell you.
Ridge Holland isn't Ridge Holland part of it? Isn't he part of the
He was an NXT champ. Let's see here.
Oh, he's a rugby player.
Huh.
He's still in NXT. He's still signed to WWE.
Leave it to a fucking rugby player to break some dude's fucking neck.
Yeah. Ridge Holland dropped Big E square. square on the top of his head in from a German suplex, and fucking Big E couldn't get up. Like legitimately could not get. It was like fucking scary as shit because it all happened on what was it, SmackDown? It happened on TV. It happened like live.
Yeah, I remember watching that shit.
And that shit was scary. I had to bring out stretchers and shit for him and everything. But it was real as fuck. it was the one of the first times we had seen the X in that decade. That and fuck, what was that like? That was 2016, 2015, something like that. When did he get hurt?
This was
2014.
January 2022.
Oh, it was 2022. Fuck, it wasn't even that.
I was just sorry, March 11th. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying the date.
I'm going at the I'm going through his Wikipedia right now.
Yeah, it's 22. It wasn't even that fucking old.
Make
shit.
sure to donate to
Only
Yeah.
2 years ago. God damn, Kofi and Woods. Fuck, 2 years? Stone
They mad,
Cold was
bro.
out for a few years.
They don't care, bro. They don't care. They don't give a
Shawn
fuck.
Michaels didn't return for almost a decade.
They said your fucking. They said your grandma could have fucking died. We don't give a fuck.
That's some shit. Ain't that some shit?
I just every time I think about it, I just think about him sitting there like doing the double taking. He's like, I broke my neck, and they're like, so what? And he looks so fucking like genuinely puzzled. He's like,
What the fuck is wrong with these people?
He's like,
Nah,
y'all know,
Big E
y'all know what a
sold the
broken
fuck
neck
out of that
is. Like,
shit,
what
dude.
the fuck? Like,
Big E, when they were saying that
break
shit,
your neck
Big
and
E-
die.
Big E's reaction, I swear to God, my face would have looked like Big E. Like
You can
you
break your
fucking
neck
kidding?
and never walk again, bro. Like,
like
it's crazy. He was like, and he said it twice. They put him in the situation twice. He was like, I've been seeing doctors. I've been doing everything to get back. And they're like, yeah. So what? It's like they were like, so what? Cry me a river.
when they invoked the name of Kurt Angle, I died, bro. I was in. I couldn't
No,
take
every
it
single one of that, every
seriously
single one of the
anymore.
names that they brought up, I was just like, damn. I was like, damn, they're fucking roasting him right now.
I was like, yeah, Stone Cold, but when they got to Kurt Angle, I was like, oh, the broken freaking neck, no. That I couldn't take it seriously after that. I was out after that. I was like, oh fuck, dude, this is hilarious. Triple H did that well. Hey, did you know that's been in the works for some time? Like how it was supposed to go. And this is also why I think this is a confirmation that Big E's career is over. Do you remember when
Like
Odyssey
that.
Jones? Do you remember when Odyssey
Like
Jones
that.
was in the WWE for like that 2 weeks?
Yep.
Well, the true plan was that there was going to be a situation where Big E was going to come back, and Odyssey Jones is already in the group. That was going to be a big problem, and they were going to choose Odyssey Jones over Big E and kick Big E out of New Day. But then Odyssey Jones got fired. So
What did he do?
he beat his wife.
Oh,
Yeah. Domestic issue. WWE took the NFL route on that. Well, no, they didn't. The NFL
no,
only
they did the opposite, man.
NFL suspends you for like 2
NFL
games.
goes, oh, you beat your wife? Oh, you smoking weed? Get the fuck out of here.
Retire. 2 years. An animal.
Exactly.
See, Brandon, that's it. Retired. Fucking
I'm tired.
suspended for a year.
Can't do it. No. Damn.
That was the Ricky
I
Williams.
guess I'm gonna go beat my wife. I can't smoke my weed. I'm gonna go beat my wife. See how you like that.
Imagine
Nothing
if-
happens. Okay, so
Imagine if Ricky Williams did that shit. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go beat my wife then.
you'd have been like, they gave me no other fucking option. I was smoking the shit that was keeping me from beating her.
You punks. Oh fuck. All right, well, I think we're good for tonight. 3 hour
Yeah.
show. We did good. We did good, guys. Andy, do the thing. You haven't done the thing in a while.
Oh, yeah, you're right. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for sharing your evening with us. Could have been anywhere on the internet, but you were here with us, and we appreciate that. If this is your first time watching, be sure to go ahead, like, follow, subscribe on all of our platforms. We're UFA Pod. We're on Twitter. We're on Kick. We're on Rumble. We got our website now. If you ain't watching the website, bitch, get on the website. Or you can always join our Facebook group. Fuck the Facebook group. But anyway, that's, Unsolicited Fantasy Advice. But check us out everywhere else under UFA Pod. All right. So until the next time, we out this bitch like fat kids and dodgeball. All right. Same UWO time, same UWO channel. Fuck with us. All right. We out.
UnsolicitedPods.com.
Peace out,
Peace.
Like, good night.